What are we looking at? We are looking at the elusive Ferrum Forge Gavko collab called the Ferko. So this one's going to be fun. So you just sit back and enjoy this one. But first, you know what time it is. Turn down the volume because here comes a little bit of music. So my buddy Nico let me borrow this, and we're going to have some fun with it. But first, this is Unsolved Mysteries. This is a channel that you can kick back and relax and just enjoy playing in the background if you just need, you know, you just want something to play in the background, maybe while you got friends over or something. They have some videos that are 3.5 hours long. I saw one that's like 7 hours and 46 minutes. Like 200 unsolved mysteries that we still can't explain. So fun channel, go give them a look. I'll put a link down below. It's a lot of fun. I can't send any money, but I can send them you guys for some views and likes. All right, so this is the Ferrum Forge Ferko. This is an early release from Elliot and Gavko. So Elliot and Mike got together. There's only 40 of these. So we're gonna get into it. We'll get the specs that I was able to find. I can't find a price listed on this for when they first released. But I will continue to research before I film the outro, so we might be able to get it, but I do know what the price in the secondary market is for one of these mint. So without any further ado, guys, let's meet up down at the table and take a good close look at it. All right, guys, if you are a Ferrum Forge knife collector, you will know how unusual it is to have this knife in. I only knew of one person that had one, and that was Luke Albert. Luke Albert sold this to our buddy Nico. Nico now has it, and this is number 11. And the reason it is so unusual to see him is the Ferko, which is the first Ferrum Forge Gavko collaboration, and that's F-E-R as in Ferrum Forge, K-O as in Gavko, G-A-V-K-O. It is the Ferko, not first collaboration abbreviated, no. So the reason it's rare is there's only 40 of these. They only did 40, and this is number 11. So, you can see that it's marked with the Ferrum Forge Knifeworks logo and the Gavko logo. This is a treat to have in. So let's go ahead and get some specs out of the way. So you're looking at a 3.9 inch blade in Z finite, not 20 CV, not XHP, Z finite, with a drop point blade style that's got this harpoon that gives you this kind of forward thumb ramp. It's really reminiscent of the same design that you got on the Mako. This is a titanium handle, milled titanium handle with frame lock with a rolling detent. And handle length on this is 4.75 inches for an overall length of 8.6. It's not a little knife. It's got some really unique lines to it. So online they have it listed that, and I know this for a fact, all of Elliot's knives that they made in-house had a .175 blade stock. But we're going to go ahead and we're just going to measure everything, because out of character for Elliot's earlier knives, 0.17, 175, when you get through the tumble, original blade. What I was trying to say is 0.175, that 0.005 possibly could have gotten taken, you know, it could have gotten taken down. All the knives were hand tooled and things like that in the shop. They were hand built, hand finished and all that. So it could have just been a matter of in the process that it got a little bit more tumble, it got a little bit more cleanup, you know, who knows. So like I was going to say though, is out of character for Elliot's early knives. This one is relatively thin behind the edge. A lot of Elliot's knives were way thicker behind the edge. This is just about 0.2. I am right behind the edge there, 0.027. A lot of Elliot's earlier knives were really, really thick. So we got the specs out of the way. Now, it does roll on a rolling detent, and it does have a steel lock bar insert. Now, I've heard people say that the steel lock bar insert is there, so in case you get blade play or something like that, can be replaced. No, that's not how Elliot does it. If something happens to your blade and you get blade play, this pin is removed, oversized, and then they adjust the close and open position to make sure your detent's in position in both places. So no, that's not the case. This has some of Elliot's early hardware. I'm not going to take this apart for you guys because I am here to tell you that the knives that Elliot did first, this was not the greatest hardware. He complained about it a lot. each one of these screws is meant for a specific hole. So if you take it apart, those screws have to pretty much go back in a specific hole because they were not as standard. This knife is super comfortable in hand though, guys. Look at that flipper tab. So, you know, this is one of Elliot's earlier knives. And so this is a good comparison to how things are now on the newer ones, that like the ones I have, like the original Archbishop and my Master Blaster. Those knives are so much more refined than these, and this just is one of those steps in the evolution ladder that Elliot, you know, carried out. You can see that that lock bar sticks out a little bit in the closed position. It is, that detent ball is all the way in. One of the things that Nico and I both commented on is there is no sculpting or scalloping here, like a lower place where it's been recessed so that you can get in on that. It is kind of difficult if you've got bigger hands to unlock. And typical of Elliot's early knives that Elliot did this, a lot of the actual work on and things like that in the shop, the lock bar tension on this is insanely stiff. There will be a lot of people that would have a very hard time overcoming the detent and lock bar tension on this knife. Handmade sculpted pocket clip. Elliot made all these in the shop. He had these blown out, and then he just basically would grind them all in the shop by hand. I've seen him do it when he makes sculpted pocket clips. Flipper tab is a little different than a lot of the newer ones, but this is just a lot of fun in general. This is so comfortable in hand. So basically what they did was Mike and Elliot got together. Mike pretty much made the design. Elliot did the execution, got everything milled out and things like that. I can't remember. I don't remember if this is one of the ones he did when they had the mill in the shop. It may well be, but I do know that these are a lot of fun, and there's not very many of them around. So it's kind of a treat to have on the channel. Because there's not much else to talk about on this one. We got the specs, we got all that. I'm not going to do any cutting with this. I'm not going to do anything with this knife. It is pretty much pristine in mint condition, so that you guys know one just like this, number 14 of 40, that is in the about the same condition, but it does have the it has the case and the dog tag with it. I saw one of those for $895 on the secondary market. So yeah, they're not cheap, but they were pretty pricey if I remember. I've got to text out to Elliot, see if he can give me the price before we complete the video. So you may see that in the outro. But man, these are nice. I like looking back at some of these older knives. There's a couple of these that I wouldn't mind having. And if you hang on just a second, I'm going to go get the Mako so we can do like a side-by-side comparison. You guys can see what I was talking about, the similarities in the blade shapes. So like I said, this is the original Ferko, like I said, the video we're doing right now. And this is the Mako, which is another collaboration. This was the second collaboration with Mike Gavko that Elliot did. And so you can see real similar, distinct style, kind of the same rounded shape and things like that, with that harpoon style blade that leads into a thumb ramp. Really, really similar. Both great knives. I love this knife. Is so comfortable. I do not carry it as much as I should. I should just make Mako Monday, and just start carrying this. But yeah, thanks to little buddy Nico, who's letting me borrow this. I got to get this back to him here shortly. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at this and do some final thoughts from behind the camera. Just a quick step in, guys. Elliot Williamson answered me back, and he said the original price of those knives were somewhere between $800 and $900. He says that he can't remember, so he's just saying it's in that range, about $850. That's about what they are on the secondary market, as I said in the tabletop. So let's go back to that. So yeah, guys, a lot of fun having this one in the house. The fact that Nico let me borrow it, and this is a knife that we've all of us that are friends with Elliot, hung out at the shop. This is one we've all wanted to see or hold. And the fact it's in Z finite, which is an unusual steel for Elliot to work in. He's only ever worked really in a couple of steels in the in-house builds. It was 20 CB, XHP, and then a couple that he did in Z finite. So, guys, I want to mention again before we get into the pontification and how I make money and things like that. Don't forget, I do have a GoFundMe set up for Jeff over at Tough Knives. His shop got completely flooded. There's some giveaways and auctions that are going on to benefit it. Anything you can do to help would be great. The other thing I wanted to mention is I just talked with him earlier today. Super Steel Steve actually changed his platform over to Rumble. I'm glad he was able to do it. I can't afford to give up the income that I make here on YouTube, but I may look at starting a duplicate channel on Rumble as well. So if you guys want to go follow Super Steel Steve, he's no longer on YouTube. He's over on Rumble. So, you know, we'll see. I'll probably be doing that as well. You guys know I also have the platform over at full30.com, which there's a link to down below. I have not posted a lot there lately. I had some problems with the interface and getting things loading, but I think we got it fixed. So, guys, if you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. But if you don't like the videos, please give them a thumbs down. But you got to tell me why. I can't change content unless I know what's wrong with it. If you want to support the channel, there's plenty of ways you can do it. Sometimes it's as simple as just giving likes. That helps the channel a lot. I have a lot of videos that have a lot of views, but very few likes or dislikes. So that's one of those things. You got to smash that like button. Those interactions definitely help get the videos sent. Or you can just share them with people you think would like them. But if you want to support the channel monetarily and financially, there is a join tab down below that gets you in on exclusive content, exclusive giveaways, stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that I do that only the members see. There's sharpening tutorials for the premium members. Go in and check out the different tiers. Don't up and get upset if you're not entered in giveaways because you didn't read the tier listing properly. So only the baseline and premium tiers get giveaways. Other ways you can support the channel, there's super likes if you like a specific video. One of the other ways is I have an affiliate links, a whole bunch of affiliate links down below. Anything you purchase while using the affiliate links, I get credit for. And I do have the merch store and Ember Shirt Co. storefront. Either one of those that you go to using my link, I get credit for. And I have a coupon code for you guys. CrazySharp, all one word. CrazySharp, capital C, capital S, all one word. 10% at checkout. As a matter of fact, I used it for myself the other day because I ordered some CrazySharp shirts for Blade Show West. I will be at Blade Show West, so if you guys want to come see me, I will be at the Artisan booth, but I will also be walking around filming with Nico. Nico's probably going to do a lot of the filming this year. So, guys, that's it. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Keep it clean in the comments section. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video.